Hi, I am Osman. I'm an energy healer, yoga and meditation teacher, and an entrepreneur. Please be sure to visit my website yogawellness786.com, where you will find many discussions on contemporary subject matters from a scientific as well as the ancient sciences combined perspective, where it can help you with your everyday day-to-day challenges and improve the quality of your day-to-day life in this day and age, the 21st century. Okay, and although I'm offering natural therapies based on ancient sciences as well as natural methods and combined scientific holistic methods, this is not a replacement for medical treatment. If you have a medical condition, be sure to visit a qualified and licensed medical professional in your locality. Okay, so I'd like to answer the question: can yoga and meditation improve health or reverse illnesses? Most certainly, yes, right? But does that mean you don't need a doctor? No, you still need a doctor because there's various levels. So, by depending on the level of your advancement of yoga and meditation, will be the level or the intensity with which it can help you reverse. So very serious illnesses when you're a beginner is not going to be reversed by initial practices of yoga, but smaller levels of mild stress and mild levels of illnesses, improving your immune system and so forth starts to happen automatically, with the beginning, initial practices of yoga. But as you become advanced, you'll be able to, reverse more and more intense levels of illnesses. And there are some illnesses that are really on a metabolic level or cellular level or genetic level, right? And these levels are like almost impossible to reverse, but can be reversed. You have to reset your genetics by entering samadhi state, and it's not easy to be in the samadhi state or the enlightenment state because your body need to come to that level of energy to be able to withstand that level to reverse the very serious levels, right? So I am on a very advanced level of practicing yoga and meditation for over 4 decades, coming close to 5 decades, near to 50 years. But I'm struggling with reversing the healing of my optic nerve, right, for the past 2 years. But I know I can, and the problem is my energy is not high enough. My body cannot withstand. I can push a higher level, but my body can't handle it, to sustain that level that needs to reverse it. And I need to be patient as my energy is increasing. And it is increasing incrementally because my body is growing in strength incrementally. And I've been working on developing it over the, scientifically and deliberately in the last 6 years only. I have attained higher levels of consciousness, but I did not know the scientific method of incrementally adjusting it, right? Previously. So, can yoga and meditation reverse illnesses? Yes. And with the level of it, and depending how seriously you practice it, you can, reverse higher levels and everything. You can reverse everything, right? Completely, right? Whatever it is. If it's a medical condition, you can. You can even reverse age yourself if you reach the level high enough, right? And there have been scientific research. The Yamanaka factor, right, is a scientist, a Japanese scientist, that found a chemical way to reverse age, and they've successfully carried it out in mice, and he won the Nobel Prize for it. So they are busy experimenting and very close to finding ways to safely carry it out in humans, right? Where, to increase the length of your life, decrease or reverse age, and remove the effects of aging, right? Old age, and increase your lifespan perhaps to hundreds of years, if not 1,000 years, right? Or more, right? And yoga science, there is a book called the Arutperanjodi and the Deathless Body, written by a South Indian scientist. I think he wrote it in 1980. It is available in Amazon. You search for Arutperanjodi and the Deathless Body. I think his surname is Tulsidas. Tulsidas, something like that, right? Tulsidas, Sri Tulsidas, published in 1980. The key word is the deathless body. And it's a 2-volume, book where he goes into a deep study from a philosophical perspective, combining a little bit of modern day scientific perspective, not completely, and ancient sciences, very heavily ancient sciences perspective, right? And I went through that book as well and tried to find strategies. I believe I found the method, that one could adopt in a daily practice towards striving towards that method from all these studies, right? And whether one would attain it or not is if I can attain it, right? If I attain, reverse aging, and of course, first step is the best thing happened was for me to lose my eyesight and damage my optic nerve. So if I can reverse the optic nerve, means I can reverse age, right? This immediately means if I can regain my eyesight, means I can reverse age, right? And means I would have successfully formulated the formula. So as I'm reaching the higher and higher levels, I'm finding simpler and simpler and simpler strategies for people like you, everyday people, to be able to practice and still live a normal life, right? At the moment now, I'm able to teach advanced meditation strategies and Kundalini, development without becoming a celibate, and live a normal married or sexual relationship life without celibacy. And this is something unique, and not totally unique, because there is tantra as well, that balances that. But the majority opinion currently is, especially from the Buddhist opinion and mindfulness practice, these are all monks that are treating it, and they believe that if you want to advance to the higher levels, you have to be renounced from physical material life, from your day-to-day financial capitalistic way of life, or family way of life, or sexual way of life. You have to deny your requirement to earn a living or live with any form of wealth building, or social structures of abandoned family, parents, brother, sister, girlfriend, children, and all that has to be abandoned. And I follow a more balanced approach. Live your normal life. You can eat also a norm, not a vegetarian diet, right? You can live. So I've already researched and found easier ways for you. So this is, the benefit of following someone like myself, who has got decades of experience, and adapting it to the 21st century way of life, that you can enjoy your Burger King and McDonald's and KFC and practice yoga and enjoy the benefits of yoga practice and awaken your Kundalini and have advanced powers, and have clairvoyance, develop clairvoyance. If that is what you want to develop your clairvoyant abilities, your ability to see the future and the past, and communicate with the higher frequency entities and so forth. And I'll teach you I'll give you the tools, in a more balanced way, without you renouncing it. So can yoga help reverse illnesses? Yes. And different degrees depending on your practice. And from a modern day perspective, I can give you a more balanced way of practicing it and achieving it in a more balanced manner, and depending on your level of advancement and commitment, without renouncing your physical life, right? Still enjoying all your life and your normal modern 21st century way of life, right? And enjoy the benefits of both worlds in a balanced manner. Okay. So be sure to visit my website, yogawellness786.com.